Why did you like her picture?
Whose picture?
That girl's.
That's my cousin.
Yeah, but why did you double tap? One tap was enough.
That's how Instagram works.
Maybe for you. For me, it's called flirting.
Flirting? She's literally holding a baby goat in that photo.
Exactly. And you love goats. Don't think I don't notice.
Wait, what? Since when are goats a threat to our relationship?
Since you smiled at the screen for 0.3 seconds longer than usual.
You timed my smile?
I have eyes and a brain.
Well, congratulations.
Don't get smart with me.
Fine. Next time, I'll only like your pictures.
Oh, so my pictures are not good enough now.
I'm gonna go sleep outside.
Hi guys, welcome to Single, Married, Separated, Divorced and Single Again. And today we're going to talk about a very weird topic or out of it topic in that sense, because it's not a topic that I thought I was going to discuss. So me and my husband has always talk about things like how, and I want to be able to know from other people what they think about it. When you are married, is it, and I think I actually discussed with a friend of mine, her name is Pastor E, and obviously she's a pastor, her husband is a pastor, so obviously that's very normal. She's gonna have a lot of pastors' friends that are male and so on, and he probably too, but it's gonna be like kind of, should I say, a combined kind of friendship in that sense, so that's probably different. So I'm talking about, you are married and you have a female friend, like your husband is a female friend, and you have a male friend and so on. So we're discussing because my husband has always believed that male friends, he doesn't believe in having like female friends. Like he doesn't have female friends, he just don't. Like even with my own friends, like for example, Pastor is my best friend and he has her number, but even the communication, he wouldn't communicate that much. And if I'm asking him like, oh, sweetheart, why are you not communicating with Pastor E like that? And then he would say that if I have her husband's number, then I will communicate much more easier, but I just don't like communicating with, it doesn't matter whether she's a pastor's wife and whether she herself is a pastor. I just don't believe in communicating with a woman because I wouldn't even know what to say, and you know, but if it's her husband, I would know, and so on. So we're gonna discuss that. So welcome back to, thank you. So now when you look at that, I think my husband has a point, because this is what he says. He says that most of the time, 90% of relationship where a man wants to have a friendship with a woman, most of the time they want something. They just don't want a friendship like that most of the time. Now, I'm not saying, remember I left the 20%, so I'm not saying it's every time, okay? But he says that most of the time is that one. So he says that when he's in a relationship with somebody, like for example, with me now, we are married, he will not have a female friend. I'm like, but you're a businessman. We're in business, we're doing business. How would you not have a friendship with, a female? So his point is there's a difference between a friendship and a business kind of relationship. I'm like, but how do you differentiate the two? He says that, but that's a thing. Because when you become a friend with somebody, now you start talking about general thing. Oh, how are you? How are you doing today? And they can ask you about your wife if they have to, and they can ask you about your husband if they have to. That doesn't mean you're safe. That doesn't mean you're good, or they don't have intentions. So my husband is really, in the sense, believing that there's no really a friendship that can exist directly from a point of like, it's just a friendship. Now, I don't know what you guys think, and I feel like from the perspective of a man, because the thing is, right now men are going through a lot of temptation. Women are throwing themselves just in the hands of men like that. They are willing to even share. Women are literally willing to share. Like, I don't care whether I'm number 3, I want you. That's what's going on. And I don't know whether it's a case of because men are much less than women, in the sense of like, for every one boy, there's 3 girls born. I don't know whether that's the case or what's going on, but that's what's happening. So my husband's point is that he just won't have a friendship with a female friend, and if it's a business transaction, then that stay that way. They don't have to be friends. They don't have to like, oh no, now they are going on a business meeting, so they're gonna go out and eat together. He doesn't believe in that nonsense. He call it like that's not. He said that he definitely wouldn't go for that. And obviously his words are backed up by his actions. My husband doesn't have a woman phone number in his phone in that sense, obviously, except for like when, in groups and so on. But he doesn't have a specific number on his phone where this is a female friend of his and so on. Now, I personally, for me, it was never a belief. Like, it wasn't something like, oh, I believe like a man can never be my friend because they're gonna want to sleep with me or whatever that case is. I personally, I have a very, very, very strong character. I'm not very easily convincible. You can convince you about anything. Either I want you or I don't want you. There's nothing like, oh no, you're gonna come as a friend and then eventually you're gonna find your way to me. That won't work. I'm not the type of person. And especially the fact also that when I am married and I'm very, very faithful. I have nothing like I'm looking on this side. And any man that I meet will actually know about my husband way before they even get to know me, because I'm the kind of person who doesn't want to lead someone wrongly in that direction of like, oh, maybe we're going to do something. No. I don't do those kind of nonsense. So I'm very straightforward. However, recently I met someone who I can call a male friend, because we met on these TikTok lives and so on, and he was oh my God, he's so smart. Like, he's somebody who's and the thing is with me, I love to reason with somebody who's smart, because when you reason with somebody who's even smarter than you, it actually helps you. It makes you even more smarter. So I don't want to reason with people who's below my intelligence. So when I find somebody who, like, when you listen to, you actually want to listen to them the whole day, because that's the same thing with my husband. My husband is extremely intelligent. Like, he is so up there. Like, when I talk to my husband, especially about politics, he knows like things that sorry guys, we'll cut off. So what I was saying is, my husband knows things that I'm literally wondering, how does he know this and this? Like, oh my Lord, my husband is so smart. So like I was saying, my husband is he knows things that I would wonder, like, how does he know this and this? Because I'm doing political science, so I probably have a reason to know some political stance and all those things. But he's probably 5 times better than I am, to be quite honest. Anyway, so I met this guy on one of the lives in TikTok, and on those lives, I can tell you, like, you're gonna learn a lot of stuff that you would otherwise not even know. But I feel like, so we exchanged number, but before we exchanged number, I feel like I heard him saying that he's going off the life a bit earlier because he has to go and spend time with his wife or something like that. I feel like that's what I heard. Maybe I might have been wrong, but I think that's what I heard. So we exchanged numbers, and I'm obviously in my mind, it's very innocent, right? So I told my husband about it. Like, I met this guy who is like so smart, and he knows this and this, and he's sharing information and so on. And we were sharing information, and it was just very innocent information. But at the top of the whole list, obviously, at the beginning, as we get to know each other, because I think we met like 4 days ago, I think. Really, I made it clear that I'm married. And this is not because I thought he was interested in me or whatever, but I'm somebody who's just very transparent. And I don't want to lead somebody, and in the middle of that, it's gonna be like, oh, I thought you were single and it's all that. Not that I thought it was gonna go that direction, but it's just kind of that thing where as a woman, you just want to be kind of transparent and straightforward and not lead somebody into like maybe wrong information or whatever. So we're very straightforward. He knows about that, and we're talking on that. We even call each other as my sister, my brother, and so on. So then I told my husband about it. Oh, my husband was like, no, 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 no. So guys, I'm wondering, what do you guys think about it? Because I'm feeling like this is like my younger sister. He's almost like 10 years younger than me, or no, 8 years younger than me. So this is like my baby brother. Come on. So my husband is like, no, because obviously, like I said, he believes that a friendship between a man and a woman, and he always probably take it on the man. He say that the man is always the one who eventually wants to move it to something else and so on. But I personally know that women also have their own motives when it comes to a friendship with a man. But this whole thing let me wonder, like, what do you guys think about that? Because I have never had, like, in my whole entire life, I've never had a friend who's a male. I've never had a male friend. Like, this is literally the first person that I was gonna say, okay, he's gonna be my friend, or and so on. I never had a male friend, and this was not a decision that I took to say that I'm not gonna have a male friend. I just never had. Most of the time, my husband has been like the one who's my friend in that sense of like a male friend. I don't know, I just never had male friends, to be quite honest. And it's not a decision that I took to say that I'm not going to have male friends. I just never had male friends. I just never made friends with males, to be quite honest, outside, the person I was married to and so on. So now, for the first time, I met a friend who's a male, and who we are conversing on a very brotherly, sisterly level, and we are giving each other information. And my husband is like losing it, like, no, like, this and this and this. I'm trying to explain to him because, he always say that if it's you, Jehovah, you will bring the roof down. So I don't know. I'm actually thinking that, let me say my husband has a female friend. How would I feel? I don't think I want my husband to have a female friend. I think I'm very territorial. I wasn't territorial as I was growing up, to be quite honest. But I feel like with these men, I am very territorial. Like, I'm very territorial. So I don't know. My husband is probably also territorial. But I feel like from my side, it's fair. From his side, it's not fair. Okay, guys, to be on on a very, very serious notice, I feel like this is a friendship that's really just a friendship. But with my husband is so handsome that I'm like, I'm not trusting any woman to be your friend, okay? Like, literally not. That guy is too handsome for my liking, for any female friend to want to just be friends. They just want to want you, okay? Yes, I'm very beautiful, but remember, I am the woman. The women always have control. Anyway, guys, take care. I don't know whether my husband is gonna watch this video, but if you watch it, he's gonna probably think I'm crazy. From me, Jehovah, bye.